Elijah Craig is so far away.
We should have sat next to each other. Just rubbed hips the whole time.
That would have been amazing.
Ugh. Then it would have got too hot. This is nice.
I like this.
The breeze coming through. This is fine. With the breeze and the shade from your giant manbrella thing.
It's like 70-some degrees outside.
75. I checked. When we decided we might come out here, I was like, oh, what did I just say to him?
It's 70-some degrees out here, and it's... Welcome to the Buckhorn Podcast. I am Martelle, and with me always is Randy. What up, Randy?
The umbrella is up.
The umbrella is up. I love that thing.
The temperature's not.
No, we're out on my deck today.
We are, so you're going to hear some different noises probably.
Like motorcycles.
We're not in a professional studio like usual.
You may hear some street racing.
You might.
They literally lined up today.
You might hear Martelle's furniture creaking under me.
Maybe.
Even though I'm sure this is rated to hold two normal adults.
So,
I'm in what I call a wide chair. It's a love seat.
Yeah, it's rated for a normal adult.
Yeah,
You're
sorry.
A normal adult.
I'm one normal. Well,
one and a half.
I'm two normal adults.
Oh,
yeah, but no, we're out here. It's beautiful. Actually,
it is really nice out.
After having some really like 4 hot, dry weeks and then a bunch of rain,
which was amazing.
Yeah,
the 4 dry weeks.
No,
that was
hard pass.
Oh, amazing.
Need the rain.
Oh, the rain. I'm good with the rain. I need to mow. I'm sitting here looking at my yard now.
It's not bad.
It's not terrible, but
it's just all the little different grasses poking up.
My mower's broke.
Again?
I haven't taken it back for the transmission issue yet. I don't have a trailer.
You know, all of the trainings I've ever paid for in Singapore, I've never had a problem with one of them.
Well, this one's giving me all kinds of fits. I'm going to backhand it.
You should. You got to put shim in his place.
I'm going to hit him with a bigger hammer. If you can't fix it with a small one, fix it with a big one.
I just realized now that we're out here, we have no computer.
Nope.
No studio monitor.
Nope.
So we're just really winging it. I got my cell phone.
Yeah, that's about it.
We
don't need that, though. Yeah. I got stories.
We got stories for days.
I got stories.
I was listening to our last podcast on the way out, actually, because I was like, I haven't really listened back. You know, I kind of started it, and it gets tiring listening to myself. So I can see why I annoy people. And I was sitting there going, man, this is a boring episode. It was literally just us talking. I mean, I hope people like it. They say they like listening to us. We got compliments at the gym last Friday.
We did.
Which I did not want to drive out there for that.
Then why'd you come?
Because I wanted to.
You didn't want to, but you wanted to.
The lazy side of me is like, just stay home. It's easier. But I was like, man, I need to socialize. We used to do poker nights like once a month. Every 6 weeks. I used to golf a lot, but with all this crap, I just haven't.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? That'd be a good time to see some friends. And, you know, we're
meet some new people.
Whiskey and bourbon tasting. Met some new people. I'll never remember their names.
That's fine. You don't need to.
But, yeah, and I found out, you know, people I didn't know that listened to our show said they were enjoying it.
Good.
My buddy Richard, shout out to him, who I got the 4 bottles of Weller Special Reserve for.
As I say, he's been listening.
Has he?
He's
Good.
commented on our Facebook page.
Good, I told him to. He texted me. He's like, dude, I'm really digging your podcast. Like, it's fun, easy listening. And I was like, please, leave a comment or a review.
He rated.
Good.
On Facebook.
Thank you, Richard.
So that works. I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Randy appreciates that.
I appreciate Martelle appreciating you, appreciating us.
That. Yes.
And we got a shout out from, who was it on that party post on Instagram?
I don't know.
I forget. It's one of the distilleries.
Oh, we got one from Rabbit Hole.
Yeah.
We got one from Catoctin Creek and from Screwball.
Oh, I didn't see the one from Screwball.
They didn't really give a shout out, but they liked it.
Oh, they liked it?
Or they at least liked my photo where I was running and drinking.
That's probably the one they liked. I think everybody liked that except for you once you realized this is going to be funny. I like Screwball, but that far into a workout. When I walked in, I saw you on the rower, and I was just like, I'm going to leave him because you just looked like you were at the tail end of it.
Miserable.
And then right towards the end, I went over just to encourage you, but I didn't want to mess with you.
I couldn't hear anything. I had my headphones on.
I saw.
And I couldn't hear shit.
I saw.
I had the music turned to like 102.
You're all sweaty and nasty.
It was workout was a mess. So speaking of that workout, the workout was a 3-mile run, 600 double unders, and a 3,000 meter row.
Dumb.
Oh, it was stupid. It was absolutely
All
stupid.
Dumb. Now, did you do it in different orders? Because I saw some people were running, some were running.
I did it. So it was supposed to start with the 3,000 meter row, then the 600 double unders, then the 3-mile run.
Okay. Because Liz was running while you were rowing. So did you just flip it?
Yeah, she started with the row. I had to think about it for a minute, and then did double unders, and then she went off to run.
600 double unders?
Yeah, that's nothing. That's easy.
Ugh.
The row is easy.
If you have a vertical at all.
You don't even have to have
I have a vertical on my tippy toes.
Yeah, well, you can, as long as you can pass a rope under your tippy toes, you'll be fine.
I cannot.
So, earlier that day, so we have I'm going to jump way back. So, we have a leak in our roof.
Oh, okay. That's nice segue.
Yeah, so I have a leak in my roof. I have had nothing but problems with this house since we built it. I hate this house. I love my deck. I like my concrete patio. I like my landscaping. Yard. I like the yard.
Nice property.
I hate the house. I've had nothing but problems with this house. I've had to fix damn near everything that fucking builder has done to this house. Front porch, roof.
How long have you...
12 years. We built it 12 years ago.
That's way too short to be having that many problems with.
Right. So, I looked up the other day, had noticed that I have water stains on the ceiling in the office, in our studio.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah. So, I called River Valley Restoration. I called the owner, and I said, hey, Brian, I got this issue. He's like, all right, I'll send somebody out. So, he sends a guy over, climbs up on the roof real quick, and he looks. He was 5 minutes, maybe 5 minutes. He goes, I already know what your problem is. I'm like, well, I know what the problem is, too. I said, the plywood for the roof is rotting. Like, it's crispy. Like, it got wet, dried out, and you know how things get crispy? Yeah, I said, it's crispy.
It's like shredded wheat thins.
I'm like, yeah. I said, it's like a potato chip. And he goes, ooh. He's like, yeah, so that's not your only problem. He's like, your problem is you don't have an ice and water barrier on your roof.
They never put one on your roof?
I said, oh. I said, is that like standard required? He's like, yeah. I said, was it that 12 years ago? He goes, yeah. He goes, probably since the mid-'80s.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's been, ever since I've been in the industry, I don't do roofing, but I know your house should have it.
He says, you got tar paper, though. He goes, that ain't going to stop shit for water getting through.
Yeah.
So, nowhere on this house is there the ice and water barrier. So I'm having them come out and put in the ice and water barrier. So guess where the extra money that I sold my car for...
It's going into your roof.
It's going into my roof. That's supposed to go away for me to buy another car. Awesome. All right, so that leads to I stepped off the front wall that's in the... and I twisted my ankle on Friday.
Off what, the porch?
No, the little front wall. If you walk around the front of the house, there's a little front wall.
Oh, yeah, the little, like...
Yeah,
okay.
Out of flagstone. I stepped on that and twisted my ankle in a little hole where a plant used to be that we haven't filled in yet. So then I go do that stupid workout on a twisted ankle and a busted-ass knee. Like, my knee, I think I've got a meniscus or an MCL, or I've got something going on with my knee, and it hurts like hell. So I go run 3 miles.
Dummy.
Painful 3 miles. Gets so much better than that, though. So, finish that up. I get up Saturday morning. I look at my ankle.
Is it real fat and purple?
It is the size of a grapefruit.
Nice.
Softball, baseball. It was huge. We were going out to, and we had inclement weather on Saturday. Kind of. And we were supposed to go up to Buckeye Lake and go boating with some friends. Well, we finally went. We're out there. We're enjoying ourselves, yada, yada, yada. That new Brewmate container that I got?
No. I
didn't lose it. I lost the insert. The Arctic insert, the freezable insert.
That keeps it cool.
Yeah.
All day.
I was sitting there, and I pulled a 12-ounce can out, and I just went like this over my head.
No, and you chucked it.
Just to dump the condensation out of it.
Right.
Yep. Thing flew right out. Now, typically, every time I have flipped that thing upside down, That insert has never fallen out. I have to usually take the gasket off to get it out so I can put it back in the fridge. Nope, not this time. Straight out. The minute I did it, I was like, oh. Liz goes, you didn't just do that. I'm like, I did. And the captain of the boat, he goes, well, that's lost. He goes, I'm not turning back for it. I'm just like, shit. All right. So I'm getting 2 more. Brewmate sells them. I'm buying 2 more of them. But as we're docking the boat, this is where things get real fun.
And we like docking.
Yes, yeah, docking's fun.
Big fan of docking here.
We're docking the boat, and Captain Don, he's like, "Hey, someone want to hop up and hop off the front of the boat onto the dock and grab the rope and kind of pull us in." Well, he's trying to maneuver through high wind, so it's pretty windy out there, and there was probably a 1.5 foot gap between the boat and the dock when I went to take a step. When I actually took the step, that gap turned into a 5-foot gap because Captain Don put the boat in reverse.
Did he do that intentionally?
No, he was trying to navigate he was moving around and he just wasn't paying attention to where I was. I landed half in the water, half on the dock. I have bruised.
I was going to say, did you do the split? Oh, man. Oh, you got some good ones.
The whole left side of my
Your
thigh.
poor legs between jellyfish stings and
and that's the other thing. So
saltwater jellyfish and freshwater docks attacking.
My jellyfish sting, that fucking thing itches. It hurts.
Pee on it.
That ain't gonna do anything.
It'll make me laugh.
That's not gonna do anything.
I don't want to
hear you
quite
laugh.
The weekend.
It was a weekend. It was definitely a weekend.
Had we been recorded, we usually, until you got back from vacation, we used to record
on Saturdays.
That might have prevented one of your injuries. Well, no, you hurt your ankle at the gym.
I hurt my ankle at the house.
Or at the house on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hurt my ankle at the house. My knee's been bothering me for God knows how long, a couple weeks now.
Then you did the splits on the dock.
And I didn't even do a split. I legitimately landed at my waist, hanging onto the dock. And no, I ended up pulling myself up somehow.
Did you?
I used that superhuman strength I have. And
it's because of all the working out.
Jesus, it was. And then I was cracking up. Like I just laid there and laughed for
what else are you going to do?
30 seconds before I even tried to get up. And everybody else on the boat was cracking up. So I was just like, I just laid there. I was like, this is awful.
I mean, when something like that happens, there are times when as a kid maybe, I used to feel embarrassed. But at this point, I'm like, I'm a jerk. Something funny happened. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. So
that's all I ever do.
Yeah, laugh at myself.
Yes.
So I love how weird it is. So to explain the situation, your daughter's looking creepily through the window at us and laughing.
Of course she is.
We're usually I'm in like some old 80s looking lounger chair or something. She's closing the curtain so she don't have to see us. And you're in your standing chair or standing up.
My desk, yeah. My standing
We are
table.
in like full on kickback rocker type.
This is
lounging.
The way it should be anyway.
I'm comfy. I'm about to take a nap.
Like this is the way we should record anyway.
Well, it's been so stinking hot.
But once it starts,
this kind of weather, all the way down to if I'm here in jeans and a hoodie, I'm good out here.
I'm not, but
I know you're not. But I would be out here shivering, happy.
So, no.
I think we should do a winter show outside.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
No.
Get you real uncomfortable. You'll be so angry. That's good listening.
I don't need to be angry. I need to be happy.
Well, you need to be happy. The show needs you to be angry.
No.
It's good for us. So what do you got here?
So I got something. I got another whiskey that's not available in Ohio. Imagine that.
Shocker.
Everything I buy is not available in Ohio from this point on.
That's just how it's been.
It's just how it is.
It's going.
So Elijah Craig has a rye. The Elijah Craig Rye is only available in South Carolina and Georgia. That's the only place you can find it.
I wonder why.
I don't know why, but it's the only place you can get it.
I mean, it's like when they distribute, you get Elijah Craig anywhere.
For the most part, yeah.
just standard Elijah Craig. So it's weird they did the rye and they're only selling in those specific 2 states.
Yep.
Huh.
And I probably should have picked up more than one bottle of this, but that's all right. So I gave us some pretty heavy pours.
Heavier than usual, I noticed. I'm not
Yes.
mad about it because I've had a...
I had to get through that
day.
neck pour.
Yeah, that's right. We just had to get through the neck
That's
pour.
it. So it oxidized properly.
So we'll drink this and then we'll do another one to taste.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
But yeah, so this is only available in South Carolina
and
Georgia.
The dirty South.
Dirty South.
It looks good. It's your standard Elijah Craig bottle.
I mean, it's your bottle, but they did
I
green.
like their... Well, that's the thing. A lot of ryes seem to be green for some reason. I don't know if that's just kind of a
I think it's just the color coding thing.
stereotypical type. Well, they did it, so we're going to do it, and then it just kind of became a thing.
I think it's just an industry standard because
Yeah.
a lot of people. I don't know that it's a.
I mean, like Whistle Pig Rye has like a black label, black dark
they
gray.
they
but-
only do rye though.
Oh, that's true.
Everything they do is a rye. The same thing with Catoctin Creek. They only do rye. They don't do anything else. So this is 94 proof.
Not
It's
bad.
a spicy rye perfectly balanced with corn for a distinctly smooth taste.
And about what's this cost?
Oh, this was like $45.
Not bad for a good one.
$50, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, it wasn't crazy.
So it's your typical good whiskey or bourbon range.
Yeah, I mean, it was nothing crazy.
Now the tag I noticed around the neck there does say new rye, so I'm wondering if it's not going to be more widely released at a later date. Maybe.
I don't know because Jeff is the one who told me about this.
Jeff Goldblum
Yes,
from Jurassic Park.
yes.
Wow.
He was doing his little sexy position, like where he lays on
Yeah,
his
with
side.
the shirt open and
Yeah, and then he goes, buy the Elijah Craig Rye. It's only available in the dirty South.
well, there it is.
And I said, cool. So, no, Jeff, the lifting coach from TFA. He, Jeff Thress, Mr. Young Jeff, is the one who told me about it. But I'm excited. Like, this is something, it's something different, something else.
Something we can't get here, which
Well, that's just normal.
we like.
That's the normal. I mean, I bought 2 more bottles of Makers that aren't available here.
Brought back some Virgil Cane.
Virgil Cane. I'm hoping it's the last bottle of Ash Cat in South Carolina.
I do, just because it's so unique, but I also don't, because that means I might be able to get a bottle someday, hopefully.
I don't know, because it says sold out on their site, and I keep finding bottles every time I go down.
That's so weird.
And I have found a bottle, or at least a bottle or 2, for the past 3.5 years.
That's weird.
3 years, whenever I've gone down.
Yeah, you got me another ginger, so I'm happy. It's
did.
staying closed.
I bought myself a ginger as well. Love them redheads.
I was going to say, that's, they're feisty, but
They can be.
they're worth it.
They're feisty. I would say mentally unstable, but
Wouldn't say
feisty
that
works.
about all women. I've got a theory that every single woman on earth is crazy. But some are crazy, fun crazy. Like, oh, you get to go out and they're the life of the party, but not in the way that's like they go overboard and you have to take care of them. They're just fun. And some are crazy, like they're going to throw a kitchen knife at you when you're not looking.
There's a reason that the
So it's-
British call them birds.
Very true.
Birds, if birds were large enough, they'd eat us.
Well, yeah, if anything was large enough, it would eat us.
No, just birds are very territorial. And
So you're saying dinosaurs.
essentially, yes.
I think what happened was man finally realized, hey, if we kill them before they get too big, they won't eat us. And that's why, like, dinosaurs are still here. We just kill them in their infancy.
Right, that's why you can't find them.
Yeah.
So I actually had a question on a survey today. It said, do dinosaurs exist? I responded with, sometimes.
Can I phone Jeff Goldblum, please?
All right, give
So
this
you-
a try.
I was gonna say, you took a sip.
I took a little sip.
I love it
just
on
to-
the nose.
just to give.
Since you didn't talk about that, but
I didn't, but I wanted to
it
start
smells great for a rye.
like
You
developing
just
the
wanted
palate for it.
you just want to start drinking it.
I did. So on the nose, that's really good. I got and I don't know what the tasting notes on this is supposed to be, but it is perfectly balanced. I'm
It's
getting
smooth.
you definitely pick up the rye.
Yeah, it's got that quote unquote rye bite.
Yeah, on the nose and on the palate.
Yeah.
I mean, you get it on both. Trying to nose it.
Trying to nose the mic.
It's weird. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what else there is.
Well, there's an oakiness to it.
first to char oak barrels. I don't know what that means.
I'm going to try. We're both trying to get our phones out to Google.
Well, I'm getting notifications from those stupid casino games.
Oh. Elijah Craig Rye.
Here, we're going to do it this way. I know this is such good podcasting.
Everybody listen to us. Google
Elijah Craig Rye tasting notes.
On our phone.
There we go. Light body and mild. It's in its intensity overall. A crescendo of sweetness introduces vanilla butterscotch which is quickly met with a hint. This says hit. With a hit of lasting rye spice. With a hint of maybe it is hit.
Here's why.
The finish delivers the right level of intensity, which is lacking in the nose and palate, making it a highlight of the sip. That's from Breaking Bourbon.
So, yeah, I also am on Breaking Bourbons. This is 51% rye, 35 corn, and 14 malted barley. I don't taste as much of the corn on this as I have, like the Angel's Envy, where it's tasted like a sweet rye.
Oh, and I was way off on price.
Yeah, it's $30.
It's only $30. So drive your ass down to South Carolina or Georgia and get some.
Yeah, for $30.
For $30. Yeah, so on the nose, you should get...
You know what chaps my cheeks?
No.
Scrolling on a phone and actually, like, when you go to scroll, you bump an ad, and it just takes you somewhere else.
I don't have ads on my phone.
So I'm sitting there...
Because I use Brave browser, and it eliminates all the ads.
I need to switch to Brave on my phone. I haven't done that. Dang it.
I know. So
I'm sitting there looking at time for learning.
So on the nose, black pepper and summer fruits form against an herbal bouquet. Mild in intensity, the aroma finds the middle ground between blasé and inviting. Really? Blasé.
And inviting.
But I don't get the black pepper on the nose. And I don't know what are summer fruits?
Well, summer fruits, summer vegetables.
Okay.
So it's all the stuff you don't eat at a barbecue.
Right. Like corn.
Nah,
you
corn.
Just said the stuff you don't eat.
Corn's a fuel.
Broccoli.
Not at a barbecue. If it's like I'm
Asparagus.
outside, it's hot. Typically not a barbecue.
Potatoes.
Depends. Really depends. Like mashed potatoes, no. Potato salad, maybe.
Mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Good, because it's not a fruit or vegetable.
Absolutely. Oh, it's definitely one of my top 5 food groups, though.
Yeah.
Edible. That's number 1.
Yeah.
Is it edible?
It's edible. So on the palate, surprisingly sweet. Kettle corn and caramel sweetness. That I get. Originate first. A mix of allspice. Hey, there's my nutmeg. And rye grain follows. The sweetness remains through and begins to ramp up into the finish. Light-bodied, mild, and intensifies overall.
Yeah, so basically what I'm reading on this, they're talking about it being a rye, a barely legal rye at 51%, which is the minimum required, and then 35 corn, where if you'd flip those two, you're in a lot of the bourbons range that we taste.
Right.
So these two grains are used quite complementary in many of the drinks.
Yeah. So, and the finish is a crescendo of sweetness, introducing vanilla and butterscotch, which is quickly met with, I guess it is a hit of lasting rye spice. The finish delivers the right level of intensity, which is lacking in the nose palate, making the highlight of the sip.
Yeah, I would say, to me, it just tastes like a good, solid...
It's a good, solid rye.
Rye. It doesn't. There's nothing that overpowers another flavor to me. There's nothing that stands out as a negative to me. And for $30 a bottle, I'd say it's a great value if it was available.
I should have bought more.
You should have. That's a really good ride. Now, this is not as good as the Angel's Envy, but it's also a third the price.
It's a third the price. Well, and it's different rye as well. I don't know what Angel's Envy, like where they get their rye from.
Yeah, and I don't know how much they use. I don't know
it's definitely,
but I don't care.
It's definitely a different rye.
But I like it.
I dig it.
It's a good one.
I don't like that my microphone's on the wrong side.
Oh, you're not used to that, are you? Mine's the same.
My right hand, I got to drink left-handed.
I just set your mic down when you asked me to set it up. I didn't even think about it.
I know.
The mic was kind of facing that way. I put it there.
Just like shit.
I wonder, because the first time you had to drink, you were like this. It looked like the awkward, like when people get married and they're trying to figure out how to cross the champagne flutes, cross arms and link arms. You were doing that with your mic stand.
Hey, mic stand.
Hey, how you doing? I wish I had a picture of that. I'm sure dudes going to make an argument for having the headset mics now. So I feel like I'm...
You know what? I would be all for having the headset mics I'm not all for that
The price?
$299 price tag.
Yeah. I also don't care to look like a college footballer, like F1, IndyCar, super racer, announcer guy. I don't care what I look
Fighter
like.
pilot. Fighter pilot.
Fighter pilot.
Yeah, speaking of pilots, we've had a lot of air traffic here today. Like yesterday and today, there's a lot.
I inhaled while drinking. That rye went straight to the nasal passages.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh.
Didn't you learn the lesson that I did that already?
Not that kind of inhale, like through the nose while I was taking a sip.
Yeah, don't do that.
It just burned.
Yeah, don't do that.
I like it.
So we have, with Fairfield County Airport being close to the house, we have a lot of people that are, doing instructional flights.
Yeah.
Like getting their license and everything. So we had a guy who was doing figure eights around the house.
Nice.
It was annoying.
Shoot at him. You got a crossbow now.
Yeah, I
saw you got a crossbow in.
I did. It's in the shop. Yeah.
I mean,
we'll get into that in a minute. But he was just doing figure eights like through here. Just back and forth. And he was super low. Like lower than he probably should have been.
Was it like a prop plane? A little...
It was a twin engine, I think. No, it was a single engine.
But they were prop planes.
Right.
Little type Cessna.
Yeah, no, but it was a single engine on the front.
Yeah.
Prop plane. Not because I've pulled a dual engine prop plane, which they're fucking heavy. Like $5,000. Weight, 5,000 pounds.
They
don't cost $5,000.
I was like, that's really cheap. I'm going to buy me a plane.
They weigh 5,000 pounds.
They're like five. You're like
$5,000.
They're like $5,000 weight.
Yeah.
How much do you weigh? $5,000 weight.
$5,000 weight.
230 weight.
2,000 stones.
2,000 stones.
Nobody
knows.
I don't know if that's a right.
Nobody knows.
Right British measurement.
Communists know.
But then we had another guy fly through here who was a crop duster.
Sorry.
He wasn't crop dusting, but if you were to turn and look over your right shoulder, there we go. I had to think about that for a minute.
Like I had a point.
That one. If you looked over your right shoulder, there's the high wire transmission lines up there.
Yeah, I see them.
He probably crossed 20 foot above that.
Good. He's a daredevil.
He was low.
He's good at his job. A crop duster saved us from aliens in Independence Day. So
Right.
They're the best pilots we have.
Then my favorite, because I fucking hate these people.
Drones.
No. Helicopter pilot flying along the transmission lines today, about 20 minutes before you got here, inspecting the lines. Now, they used to do it with a guy dangling.
Just swinging out there?
He would literally just swinging from a harness.
I wonder what that job pays. I wonder what the weight limit is on that helicopter and line.
I don't know. But that was always fun because you'd come out and you see this guy kind of swinging and dangling. He's just right above the lines, checking the lines. This time, and they were usually a lot higher. They were a good 50 foot above the lines, above these transmission lines. Nope, this time around, they've upgraded their equipment. He was probably 10 foot above those lines, and he was following the lines. So, like, where they dip, he dipped with it.
Down and back up.
Come back up over the
I wonder
pole.
what effect that has on a person's body, being that close to them, like, all day, every day.
I don't know.
It's gotta affect you somehow.
I'm sure this is affecting me being this far from him.
We're pretty safe distance.
I'm basically living under power lines.
Like we're socially distanced now. We could walk under them and wear a mask and be safe though.
Yeah,
you're not that far from. We can see the substation over there.
Well, yeah,
with the super bright light.
That is one of the upsides of living out here where I'm at. The power never goes out. If it goes out, it's out for maybe, I think the longest our power's been out is 2 hours.
You should get your leaky roof replaced with solar panels.
I want to.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to get solar panels.
Yeah, be done with it.
It's like $70,000 though to do my whole roof.
You don't need the whole roof.
No, I want the whole roof.
You can power you can power half this county with your whole roof.
I want the whole roof done. That way,
like 6 panels would power your property for your lifetime. You want the whole roof done.
I want the whole roof done. So that way, I don't have to ever worry about.
Martelle's got everything running all the time just because he can.
That's right.
He's like, we paid $70,000. We're turning everything on.
Turn everything on. The problem is the South Central Power, who is my power company.
Yeah.
They're like one of those co-op bullshit.
Yeah.
If I put solar panels on my house and it feeds back, I don't get a discount on my bill. They redistribute that discount amongst everybody.
But you?
All customers.
So what you need to do is start being a salesman. Sell your neighbors on how good it is.
Well, so I wanted to...
If you got every neighbor here to go solar, you just have power from South Central for free.
Well, it would have to be every customer of South Central.
Do it.
Which is a good portion of Fairfield County.
And Pickaway and
right
everywhere else.
But my neighbor and I
wonder if you could do wind out here.
You can. So, and actually we looked into it. The guy who used to live 2 houses down, him and I were talking about putting windmills on our property.
Yeah.
They're like $70,000 to $250,000. Like we were looking at the big mamma jammas. Because it's constantly windy out here. There's never not a breeze.
Well, you don't have a lot blocking wind out here.
Right. So we were both talking about going in on a single windmill.
And just powering both properties.
But we couldn't figure out how to get, so if we put the windmill on my property, because I had more than he did, how to get the power line from here underground to his property without anybody being any wiser that there was a power line running 3 foot underground.
You just do it.
Well, I would have to go through her yard.
Well, you got to convince her too.
Well, she wouldn't be in for it. I would love to, but then there's an empty field that we'd have to go through.
Actually, you know what? Just put it on your property, plug it in a long extension cord, run it out to the road, which is public property, down the road to his property, and back up to his house.
Yeah.
Plug it in like an RV.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. There wouldn't be no degradation of power at all.
No, it's not. I mean,
traveling
a little bit, but
half a mile.
No, it's fine.
It'd be all right.
It's fine. Look, I used to work in the inner city. I saw people steal cable from their neighbors all the time. Same thing.
Cable.
It's the same thing. You go into their box, you put a little splitter on.
Right.
Next thing you know,
run
you're
the whole
watching
house.
TV. Yeah,
it's fine.
Do the same with the power. You just got to get a thick cable like we got here.
Yeah,
that's like a 10-gauge extension cord. It'll be fine.
Fucking overkill for this one plug.
We've got the smallest little thing here plugged into the biggest. That's got to be at least a 12-gauge extension cord. We could use one of those cheap, like Dollar General extension cords for this.
The only problem is I don't have one long enough.
Oh, jeez. It is nice sitting here, though. I will say that. I like this.
I'm enjoying this.
I like the breeze. So,
I am definitely
anyway, what are we going to rate this neat?
Neat, I easily give this a 3.5. Even though this is not available in Ohio, I am easily giving this a 3.5.
I'm giving it a 3. 3 donuts out of 5. Because it's not available here, and we are here, I kept it at 3 instead of 2.5 because for the price, it's insane. This is really good for $30. $30 is Breckenridge, which I love, which is weeded whiskey.
Yeah.
$30 is just above. It's a little above Weller Special Reserve, which we like. But for a rye, this is a really, really good rye.
But those were both weeded.
Right.
And you're talking about a rye.
I'm talking in general. What can you get for $30? If I had $30, what can I get? I know you like to compare apples to apples. I like to compare apples to hot dogs. So, but I can't get it here. It might be a 3.5 if it was available. But I'm giving it a 3, which is very solid. If you ever see it, go get it. It's the Elijah Craig Straight Rye. It's green.
If you're ever in South Carolina or Georgia.
Yeah, you're down there for vacation, visiting family, business, whatever. It's worth a snag.
It is, absolutely.
The other thing is, after having that Angel's Envy, I'm very judgmental of ryes now.
But you can't. But that was finished in like a sweet rum barrel. You can't be judgmental of ryes because of that.
I can be judgmental of anybody.
Regardless of what they were judgmental of everybody,
or what their social status is, or what their skin color is. I can be judgmental.
I'm judging myself right now because I have to use my left goddamn hand to drink this fucking rye.
Yeah, you look kind of weird. So I don't like it.
I love it.
So you just tried it with water. How's it with water?
I think I prefer it neat.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird? Because rye's got that black peppery. It's got spice.
Oh, you get more of the black pepper and the spice.
You'd want to tone that down a little. But I feel like, thinking back, we tend to like our sweeter bourbons with water on the rocks.
Yeah.
And with the ryes, we both tend to like them neat, and it's weird to me.
Yeah,
because I got a sweet tooth. I'm not a spicy guy per se. You are. You like a lot of different spice,
saucy.
a lot of herbs. You are saucy.
Saucy.
Left-handed saucy.
Today I am.
You're drinking from the stranger today.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes I get the stranger and the good fellow.
Don't even know who that is, and I don't want to.
I don't know. I just made it up.
Okay.
I think it's when you sit on your right hand and get it numb like you do with the stranger, and then you go,
still use your left.
Then you go at it.
So your right hand's just dangling there numb, useless. I think you're right. I think I like it better neat. It definitely changed the taste profile of it,
right,
with the water.
I mean, you can pick up the black pepper now. Like I picked that up almost instantaneously with the water. But I think I like the spiciness of it neat.
Yeah, this is one that. This one I would enjoy with a sweeter cigar. If I was to have it, and had I known we'd been out here sitting, I might have brought some good cigars.
I see. I don't mind cigars. I just hate the fact that I cannot get the taste of a cigar, like that filminess, out of my mouth for it clings to my teeth and the roof of my mouth, and I just can't get rid of that.
I'm with you. It depends on the cigar, and I'm not even saying good versus bad. Bad cigars are trash. They're paper. With cardboard tubes and filler tobacco. It's basically a nasty cigarette. It's a cheap cigarette. A good cigar, which I like the acid cigars from Drew Estate. They have a whole line of them. Most times I say acid cigars, people are like, oh, it's acid. They're typically sweeter, milder. They do have Robustos. They do have different, models, if you will, types of cigars.
Yeah.
But the Acid Blondie, the Cuba.
I know a guy named Cuba.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
We call him Cuba. I didn't like him.
Oh, nice. I know Mark Cuba.
He was kind of a fat asshole.
Do you guys call me Cuba behind my back?
No.
Oh, okay.
It was a guy I went to high school with.
But those cigars they don't leave that aftertaste for me.
I'd have to try it. Yeah. I don't have a problem smoking cigars. I do absolutely hate cigarettes.
I'm so over cigarettes. I used to smoke over a pack a day, and I've been over those for 12 or 13 years. I haven't smoked a cigarette, and now they disgust me.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them. But
for me, it's usually a tobacco pipe or a fine cigar. So when I drink some of these whiskeys or bourbons, I think, where would I enjoy this? Sitting on the back deck? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Will I enjoy this with the cigars I like, or the pipe in the tobacco I like? Or will I enjoy this with a steak? Or a chicken fajita, or smoked.
Speaking of chicken fajitas,
ribs.
I know that I posted about this shit already on our little group text.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn habaneros.
What is going on with you and them? I still to this day.
I have been there 3 times, and they have fucked up 2 of my orders.
Yeah. The only one they didn't was when I was with you.
Right.
When you and I decided to go out, which you broke me down.
Now, the first time I went, I called in my order. I called it in. They said, all right, it'll be 10 minutes. I was there within 10 minutes, and then I stood there for another 15 minutes waiting on my order.
Which is so rare for them.
Okay. Second time I went was you and I went.
Yeah.
And we had margaritas, and it was like a $30 bill for $8 tacos. For $8 worth of tacos. Because
my bill was more than 30.
Because to-go margaritas.
And other things.
And other things. So, and that was fine.
My bill was much higher than 30.
Oh, well. And then... So I went this time when I left dudes after I dropped some stuff off to him and some whiskey I picked up for him down in the South. I go over this time. I'm like, I'm not calling him. I'm going over. I go in. I place my order. Now, I only waited 10 minutes. But they still managed to fuck the order up in a 10-minute time frame. There were 2 other people that ordered behind me that walked out with their food before I did, and then they had to ask me what my name was again, and if I got my order to go.
That's crazy. That you walked in, ordered, and then they were like, hey, what'd you get?
What'd you order? And your name was? And that's to go.
Yeah.
She even walked over, before she came over and asked me that, she pointed to me, to one of the guys on the line, and said, where's his order? And the guy just shrugged That was his response.
Like,
He
oh.
shrugged, and then she came over and said, "What was your name? What'd you order? To go?" And I said,
Something's going on there because ever since...
C.
Not to make excuses for him because I still love him, but it seems like even when you and I went there, the whole atmosphere has been different through this COVID thing. I don't know if it's more stressful for them. Well, I imagine it is, as it is for most restaurants and business owners and whatever. But the fact that they screwed up, because I've sent, no lie, because of me, who a buddy got me to go, I've probably got 15 to 20 other people to go. Couples, families, individuals, and they've never had an issue. They go back. You just went for the first time right after this happened, had a bad experience.
Yep.
You and I went. We had pretty good experience, good service.
Good service.
They messed up my to-go tacos.
Yep.
Which had never happened to me.
So maybe it's not you, it's me.
I think it's you.
It's me.
I think you're the jinx.
So
it's the blonde hair and the like.
They're like, oh.
What's this Viking doing in here?
Yeah, I am. I got
this French Viking, Scandinavian.
I got
looking
Scandinavian in me.
Yeah, you
One
do.
little Scandinavian in you. IKEA.
But yeah, and then when you messaged us, I was like, "Dad, gone. Like, what are you doing?" Because I still, aside from when I was with you, and they gave us chicken tacos instead of shrimp to go.
Right.
I've never had an issue with service, with food.
You ready for my order?
It's probably simple.
Can I get 4 El Pastor tacos?
That was it.
That's it.
I don't
You want
get it,
something
man.
to drink? No, I'm good.
To go margarita.
I'm good. I just need 4 El Pastor tacos. Sweet.
And the food's good.
The food's good. I
seem
will
to enjoy it.
It's good. We definitely need to get with Meet Derek and do a Gauchos habaneros
Like a comparison.
Like just go to Gauchos, get
some
2 or 3 tacos or 10, eat those, and then drive over to Habaneros,
Hobbs and
get 2 or 3 or 20 tacos, and eat them.
Just belly up at the bar and slam them down. Yeah, I still haven't tried Gauchos. I'm down for that. You let me know when, and I will see if I'm available. But we will make it happen for sure.
We need it. We need to do that. I haven't had Gauchos since probably April.
I've not had them since ever. So
well, I know,
and I've heard great things.
It's really
even
good.
The people that I know that have tried habaneros and Gauchos, like I said, about half prefer Gauchos and half prefer Hobbs, but they say they're so similar.
They're really close. I still prefer Gauchos for one reason.
They haven't messed up your order?
No, they've messed up my order before.
Okay.
They actually
It's just you.
They've only messed up my order once out of the 50, 60 times I've been there.
That's how I am with Hobbs. I've probably been to Hobbs 20, 30 times.
But they have a marinated habanero red onion mixture that you put on your tacos or your burritos, and there's something in Mosquitos that is amazing.
So it's a condiment.
It's a condiment, that they have on the side.
Like a sauce.
Plus, I like their green sauce. I like Gaucho's green sauce better than habaneros.
It's like why people go to Raising Cane's and say it's such good chicken. No, it's not.
Fucking awful.
You like the sauce. The chicken's dry and bland.
But the food is really good without.
You usually prefer it with.
I just prefer it with. Like
it
adds a spice to it. But they are so fucking good.
Did you try both sauces at habaneros, the red and the green?
I didn't like the red.
Yeah,
but I don't like Rojo. I'm not a big fan of Rojo.
I'm the same way. I thought I'd like the red better than the green, just based on color alone and previous experience with different condiments of.
Well, that's a tomatillo sauce.
Mexican
that's
or
not
Spanish origin. I know nothing about it. I just know the red or green.
I know, but the green sauce that habaneros has and the Gauchos has, they're both a tomatillo sauce, which is basically like some, I don't know, I call it a tomato. It looks like a tomato to me. It actually has a husk on it. It's a tomato with a husk.
It's a cold tomato. He's just wearing a jacket.
Yeah. So you boil them down, and then you mix them with some jalapenos, some other stuff. But there are jalapeno sauces out there that are green that are really good too. But the tomatillo sauce is fantastic. I actually made some as a salsa just to dip chips in one day.
I'd do that.
I
really like I just call it the green sauce at Hobbs. I really like the green sauce. The red, it's not bad, but it's not my go-to.
The problem is both places, it's too smoky for me. And I like smoked food, but this is like it's like they're smoking the shit out of these chilies before they actually make it.
Yeah, I don't know what the
and
this is where your culinary background comes in.
I know.
I don't know. I have no clue what you're saying. I just know I like it or I don't.
Well, you know what smoking is.
Yeah, I mean, I know
They
that.
roll it up with some weed, and they
light it up.
And then they pass
and
it to the left-hand side.
Into a little container and put it with your tacos.
Right.
Maybe that's why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Not a fan of saliva with my food usually.
Well,
sometimes. It depends.
So.
Makes a good marinara.
I'm going to switch topics. We have a guest coming up, hopefully.
Oh.
Hopefully.
We do. Oh, is this the... it's August.
Yeah, it's August.
You're talking about DeMac.
Yes.
Man, I thought you were just like throwing another one at me.
No.
Yeah.
So what's the word on that?
I don't know. I got to hit him up.
I thought you did that last week.
I did. And he said, he said when he gets in Ohio, he's going to message me. And when he gets to Ohio, he's going to be here for like 2 or 3 weeks. And
there's only 4 weeks in Ohio.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he starts in August. Like, I think he gets here like the 14th or 15th.
It's week 1.
And he's way up north. And on his way down south, he's going to try and swing in. So,
is he coming here? Do we need to meet him somewhere?
I don't know. I think he's talking
we need to figure that out. So, for those of you that don't know, Randy is friends with a Christian rapper named DeMac.
Yes.
We are going to have DeMac on the show, or we're going to try to. He wants to be on the show. He basically told Randy, when I'm in state, we're going to do the show. We're going to do a podcast. So he's going to be on the show, hopefully. And we'll see what kind of hilarity ensues.
Yeah, here's the thing with him. He is a Christian artist. He's very open about that. He's a great rapper. Derek and I have played. We were doing an acoustic show somewhere one time, and he drove 2 hours to do one verse with us.
Yeah.
And make us sound and look way cooler and more urban than we do because we're pasty white dudes that we do pretty well.
You just called yourself a POC the other day, a couple weeks ago, and now you're just a pasty white dude.
Yeah, I haven't tanned much. I haven't been outside.
Well,
it depends. I'm a POC if I've been tanning. If not, I'm white.
You want some of that whiskey, Diesel?
Diesel out here now, licking my leg and then sniffing the whiskey. That's how he rolls.
I don't know if you guys can hear, but an airplane just flew overhead.
So yeah, back to what I was talking about. So DeMac is a Christian rapper, and he's dealt with a lot of things. You know, we talked briefly, and we've tried to get other guests on, and I still want to. But we talk about the murder of George Floyd and a lot of the racial tensions, and he's a black guy that travels the whole country. So he sees and hears, and his whole life has dealt with different racial issues.
Right. So this
obviously
could be
differently than you and I do.
A little more serious show.
It could be.
Potentially, but hilarity could ensue.
I think it will because
we're playfully racist.
He's a straight black dude from the South that he's like somebody once as a gift when he was down south bought him a pair of cowboy boots he fell in love with. So he went and bought a hat and a button-down shirt and rapped looking like Cowboy Troy.
I was going to say Cowboy Troy.
Yeah. He's like, I love these boots. He calls himself he's like, I'm more like Carlton than anything else, you know? So when he raps about, he writes about his experiences he has his whole life. And I love his music because it's not, everything's great because I'm a Christian and Jesus loves everybody and the world's good. He goes, here's the crap I deal with. It's very real and very raw. So he wrote a song one time where a bunch of churches, and he's posted about this on his Facebook, because he's tried to open up a little bit with what he deals with.
Yeah.
And people were like, yeah, we don't want you singing about that here, which is very unfortunate because it's very raw and very real. So I said, hey, let's have you on. You can talk about whatever you want on my show.
It's free reign.
You can do what you want. You can rap a verse, or we can tag one of your songs that are, we'll figure it out. But I definitely want to have him on just because he's still through all this. He's going to talk, hopefully, about some of the racial issues he's dealt with. He's going to talk about because this is what he does for a living, is rap.
Right.
So he's done some huge shows, and I saw pictures where he's sang at a church or birthday party where there's 10 people. So he's done everything in between.
So he's not part of DC Talk, though, right?
No.
He's not the D in DC.
He is not. No, he is not.
Okay.
He's not Tate, the only black guy in DC Talk. I do know did I ever tell you I'm the friends with the drummer of DC Talk?
Yes.
Not real close friends, but I know him.
I mean, they came, back in my Christian days. That's the only way I can describe it. They actually came to my church in the 90s and did a full-on concert in the sanctuary.
They blew up in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
In late 90s, they won an Emmy.
This was early 90s, 4.
Yeah.
3, 4. It was cool. I don't
Yeah,
remember much of it. I was high. No, I'm just kidding.
You'd be surprised. Trust me.
No, I wouldn't be.
Well, yeah, you would.
I was also a Christian clown.
You were a Christian clown?
Yes, I was.
Wait, like you dressed up
as a clown.
Shut up! You've never told me this.
I know.
Okay, when the mat comes, you have to dress up.
I ain't dressing up as shit. Fuck that. I didn't have it. My act was kind of hurting people. I stuck pins in my gloves and shook people's hands. I was not.
So by Christian clown, you meant John Wayne Gacy,
Kinda.
except you didn't rape and murder young men.
No, I just stuck them with pins.
You just raped them. You didn't murder them.
I didn't even do that.
Oh.
Just stuck them with
Probably
pins.
good. Not that you'll admit on air.
Right.
FBI's coming next week.
God, I hope not.
They're already.
I got to get my roof fixed.
Hey, good. We need extra hands. Come on, Mr. FBI guy. Get up on that roof.
Hey, Agent Smith. This guy needs you to hand him some
So
shingles.
anyway, we're going to try to. I'm going to try and make Martelle watch it. No, I was going to say watch your language, but he's truly just got a heart for people. He's a great guy, and he loves meeting anybody and everybody, which is the way, honestly. And I talked about this with Garrett, who we've talked about before.
Who was well, no, not that we've talked about before. He's supposed to be a goddamn host on this motherfucking show.
Tell us how you really feel.
Fuck you, Garrett. Fuck you and your podcast that I've never listened to.
Well, anyway, I was at his house Saturday because his hot water tank went out. I went up to help him. Well, he's got it now because I came to the rescue.
Well, that doesn't help me.
I know what I'm doing. No, it doesn't. But him and I were talking about the connotation of the word Christian.
I have so much disdain for Garrett.
You do. You need Jesus.
People need. Try Jesus, not me.
Don't try me, because I throw hands. Oh man, we need to post that to our Buckhorn page. That's what I should have done.
God, I sent that to Jason yesterday.
I know, I saw that. I watched that video. I've watched it 10 times. When I first saw it, I listened to it all the way home from Columbus, over and over.
I made Liz watch it yesterday, and she goes, "What? What?" I'm like, I said the same thing. I said because Randy sent it to me. I'm like, why the fuck is he sending me Christian music? And
I'm like, to everybody.
And I'm like, oh, no, this guy's talking about fighting. This ain't Christian music.
And the music quality is so good. The guitar playing is phenomenal. Oh, I was going to let you go. Full on whistle. Diesel getting back to fight coyotes again.
No, he's eating grass.
Oh, he's just got to puke.
No, it's all he does. He just likes to eat grass.
Because he's a freaking heifer.
He never throws up.
He's a big cow.
But I don't want him eating grass. I don't want him throwing up.
Yeah, it's probably good. I forget what we were talking about. Oh, but Gary and I were talking about the whole
Jesus
connotation of the term Christian. And if people ask, are you a Christian? You know, like I would like to think that, all joking aside, people know that what I believe and what I feel. But when people say, are you a Christian, a lot of times it's because they have a very negative idea or kind of like ideology of what a Christian, quote unquote Christian, is, which we've talked about before.
Right.
And I have personal friends and family that have been pushed out by people who call themselves Christians that act very un-Christ-like.
Right.
They're a-holes. And I say, well, you need to define that. Like, do I believe in Christ? Yeah. Am I a Christ follower? Yeah. I'm active in my church. That doesn't mean I'm better than you.
No.
That doesn't mean I don't struggle with sin. That doesn't mean that I
don't
sin? Cuss, smoke, drink. Well, I don't smoke cigarettes. But
what's sin?
It just means, what's sin?
Yeah, I don't sin. You're
perfect. Then you're a Christian. Good job.
No. Matter of fact,
accidental Christian. I could make a Saturday Night Live skit called The Accidental Christian, where it's like, I'm not a Christian, but he's like the perfect Christian.
I was actually at the gym when I was running.
Yeah,
I yelled something about. I think it was on my last lap, and I was running by somebody who went to one of the mega churches around here, and I went, "Oh, thanks Satan, this is almost over."
Did they get all bent?
I don't know. Don't care.
Yeah, but I told them, like, I mean, obviously, if people that listen to our podcast, I've spoken of it before, but I'm also, if somebody wants to ask about my faith or why I believe what I do, I will offer it. But I've not been led to cram the Bible down your throat. I've not been led to force my views on you. And a guy from CR and I were talking, and I posted something about, or he did, he posted memes about Jesus Christ and this and that, and I laughed at it, and we started messaging.
Oh, I did that forever over a couple of Easters with Zombie Jesus.
I joke about it, but it's like people are like,
oh, people got so bent out of shape about that when I posted it. They get mad about it,
and I'm going, guys, like, you're not going to change somebody's mind if you get mad that they're making fun of you or what you believe in. You're just not. So you posted anything, we got talking. I said, but just because I decide to go to church or I decide to live my life a certain way doesn't mean I'm better than you.
Right.
I just don't agree with you and you don't agree with me. So that's cool. If you want to know why I believe what I do, I'll tell you. But otherwise, it is what it is.
So
a lot of people that go to church don't agree with things I do like this.
Right. Well, and fuck them. So
no, thank you.
Okay. So I just tapped on a news article. So here in Ohio, our governor is Mike DeWine. He is expected to send a letter out to remind the state's faith-based communities to adhere to coronavirus safety protocol after one sick worshiper spread the virus to 91 other people.
Yeah. There was an outbreak in Circleville where a church shut down, opened up about when everybody else did, but they opened up like 2 or 3 weeks earlier. And then the next week there was like 22 known cases. And then the week after that, I forget, it like doubled. And then they shut down again. They've still been closed.
Well,
in our church, thankfully, that hasn't happened yet. But I don't...
Fucking DeWine. Unveils e-warrant system employs lawmakers to pass gun reform on anniversary of Dayton shooting.
There's a lot going on. So we went from nothing to DMAC to Christian Fellowship, and now we're talking about freedoms, and you're not religious, but just freedoms. And there's a lot of crap going on right now where politicians are trying to get stuff passed while we're focused on this stupid corona thing they're telling us.
Oh, they're trying to get
they're saying aliens are real or they're not real. Now
aliens are real.
But it's just like there's so much stuff happening right now, but the news is only talking coronades.
I know.
It's so frustrating.
But this part right here, the part that frustrates me about gun reform, it doesn't matter how much you could literally kick down people's doors, take their guns away from them, and the criminals would still have fucking guns.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm so against the red flag laws and the no-knock warrants, where it's innocent people are getting their doors kicked in and shot, and then, we had the wrong address.
Right.
Or, that person don't live here anymore.
Yeah, they don't need to do that shit anymore.
It's...
Knock on the goddamn door.
Have a warrant. Knock on the door. It's just not... It's not okay to me that they go, well, we had a good reason to believe that person was here. Because here's the thing. If somebody...
Why? Because they were there 6 months ago?
If somebody kicks in my door in the middle of the night and comes in guns a-blazing...
They're going to try Jesus, not me.
And I'm woken in the middle of my sleep. What am I going to do?
Grab my gun.
I'm going to react and try to defend my home and my family. And what are they going to do? Well, if there's 8-person SWAT team coming in, stacked to the gills, they're going to blow my brains out.
Right.
They're going to put so many holes in me, I'm going to look like the world's fattest piece of Swiss cheese.
Swiss cheese.
Delicious. Randy cheese.
Anyway.
But it's the whole state we're in right now. Politicians are trying to take advantage of what's going on.
Well, they're always
and
going to.
I feel like they're trying to hype it up more and more because the more we're worried about this, the less we worry about aliens.
So think about this as a hypothetical. Hypothetical. Not a hypothetical, hypothetical.
I like it.
So the government has gotten basically control of a way to keep people in their homes.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to relinquish that control? I don't think they are.
Not until they've...
Even after the fact. Even after there's a vaccine, they are not going to... They now have...
The fact that they know they can...
Right.
There's no real uprising against that is what worries me.
Not yet.
The fact that... Now, my life hasn't changed.
Mine hasn't either.
I've gone to work every day. I
still sit around my house and drink alcohol.
Same as I've always done.
I still don't want to interact with people. Although I am trying to be nicer to people, and I am following everybody but one person on Facebook.
Name that name.
Her name's Angie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me.
No, I'm following you.
That shocked me. When you said you were following me.
You know why?
No.
The 400 and some people that I follow cancels out your 1,300 posts between 12 and 12:30.
Fair enough. So what you're saying is I'm worth to you what 400 others are. And that's meaningful to me. I appreciate that.
It has to be because...
I'll take it that way. In my head, that's what I'm going to tell myself.
But I also don't get on Facebook, but maybe 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah.
I'm not constantly on Facebook like I was before.
Well, and that's the thing, too. You got to... It's just like anything. You've got to control it. If it starts affecting you in a negative way, it's time to...
Living in Ohio affects me in a negative way. Not just the fact that I don't want to live here because I hate my house, but... legitimately, when we cross the West Virginia border, I felt like shit.
You're racist. You want to be south of the Mason-Dixon.
Yes. That has nothing to do with being
You still
racist.
own slaves.
That has to do with my allergies.
You live in here. It's like a heritage not hate thing.
It's the South will rise again.
It'll rise again.
Whenever we go down south, I never have any issues with my allergies. I have.
Yeah, but right now everybody's boarding up because of a hurricane. I don't have issues with hurricanes.
I don't have issues with hurricanes either.
Try Jesus, hurricane, not me.
Not me.
Because I throw hands.
I will stand outside with a big board.
Just out there plywood like you're going to stop, and next thing you know, you're
I'm flying.
Yeah, gliding through the air.
That's a win-win. Because I either win and I block the hurricane from hitting everybody else, or I fly away.
The last ride of your life.
I'm like a kite, and I fly away.
I would love a giant kite of you.
Gotta be amazing. But living in Ohio, my allergies, and I'm sure it has more to do with living out where I live.
Yeah.
And all the pollen and shit from the corn and everything else.
I mean, here's the thing. There's a lot of negative to live in Ohio.
But
I get it. I always joke about it because people are like, Ohio sucks, and they stay here their whole life and die here.
I told Liz I wasn't dying here. I said, you one way or another.
She's going to let you die on vacation.
I'm like, I am leaving this state.
When hospice says he has 24 hours, she's going to take you to West Virginia, and you're going to die there.
No, that's even worse than Ohio.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Especially if I'm in the
Deliverance area.
I was going to say, I can't think of where the hell it is. Where the Wild and Wonderful Whites, West Virginia are.
Oh, Mingo? No, not Mingo County.
No, it's not Mingo County.
Mingo's where the Hatfield and McCoy feud was.
I don't know where. But if I had to, I'd just be like, just fucking kill me.
So depressing.
Where's Dr. Kevorkian?
That's where she's going to take you because you'll just be like, I'm ready to die.
Just kill me.
It's the end.
It could be tomorrow. She takes me down to tomorrow. This could be our last
Liz
episode.
takes you down there tomorrow, takes you out behind the shed and goes, sorry, old yeller. just puts you out of your misery.
God.
Well, this is our last episode. I'm glad we're recording tonight and it'll be uploaded tonight. So at least
Hopefully.
it'll go out, and everybody will know why we just suddenly quit.
It was just like, oh, well.
Next thing you know, you're going to hear me on some $20 mic plugged into my 8-year-old Toshiba
Oh, no,
laptop.
Liz will give you all of this shit. I left it in my will.
Seems I'm in your will?
No, I don't have a will.
Oh, okay.
All
that
right.
means I can be like, well, he promised me a lot of
He
stuff.
promised me, like, a lot of shit.
A whole lot of stuff.
The problem is that she's going to have a hard time getting my Bitcoin.
Ooh.
She has no idea how any of that works.
Yeah, I don't either, really.
She's like, how am I going to, is it easy to cash out? I'm like, yeah, it's real easy.
If you know what you're doing.
If she just looked at me like,
Like you're not taking a piece of paper to the bank and getting it.
nope.
Not yet, anyway.
Well, not yet. They actually passed that law.
I know, I saw.
So, all right, we need to wrap this up. We're at an hour, I think.
We need to Christian wrap this up.
We need to DMAC this up.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right. So, if you go down to the low country, go ahead and pick yourself up some Elijah Craig Rye. Highly recommend it. 3.5 for me, 3 for Randy.
And while you're down there, just die.
Or get some Virgil Cane and come back.
And let us know.
Yeah. Because Virgil Cane is amazing, and this Elijah Craig Rye is amazing.
I think Virgil Cane Ginger might be my new replacement for Jefferson's Ocean.
Really?
Since I can't ever get Voyage 3
You're never
again.
going to get Voyage 3 again.
I wish if I could ever find a bottle of that. Now I'm so afraid that I've hyped it so long, and I've tried so many other fine bourbons and whiskey since then. Like I'm afraid to be a disappointment. So I'm kind of glad.
It's not going to be
My last memory is it's the best I've ever had. But that Virgil Cane Ginger, when I knew you were bringing me back another bottle,
You finished off a bottle.
I was like, okay, I won't be mad if it's gone now.
Well, anyway.
Anyway,
Get some Virgil Cane. Get the Elijah Craig.
straight rye,
Straight rye.
not the
Get yourself
rye.
Get yourself some Jesus and a cheeseburger. A Martelle.
A Jesus burger.
Some JC and some CB.
There we go.
Get yourself some taffy from Savannah. It was good. I'm Martelle. He's Randy. We're out.